Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into this recap here for Wednesday and take a look at price action and break it down a little bit. You can see got quite a bit of lines on the screen here, a lot of mess going on. Looks fancy, but really it's just key levels of support and resistance. Helps you take advantage of opportunity. Let's go ahead and recap this. We can see that we always look back at the last 24 hours, which I talked about this in the past. Definitely a lot of recaps. And I'm here on the 15-minute. That is kind of the strong go-to chart. The reason why I like that 15-minute is just it's a little bit slower to move and test the levels for you to show the strengths for us. So anyway, let's go ahead and break this down. I kind of want to show you what happened right here, why we have these levels on here, and what happened in today's price action. And I know yesterday, if you're watching the recap actually on Tuesday, you'd see that I was talking about this area right through here from the day and how it was kind of creating this bear flag, if you will. You can see that we broke out of that bear flag. And at that point, you still got above the 200. And from there, this traded all through the evening, but it did show you that it wasn't breaking down because this was the bottom of that flag. If you remember right, and then here was that downward pattern, just like you've seen right here. This is the breakout pattern for the day. So anyway, obviously it held the support when it came down here. It didn't break down through it and start showing a backtest and breaking down. That was the targets that we had down here at the 109,000 level, which was also our weekly VAL volume area low. And anyways, that didn't happen. You can see that it started to break back up and start to recover right through here. Then it also confirmed that with the break of the 200, and then we had the run up. And also, if you're looking at the support through here, that's why I have these drawn on here. You can see them already drawn all over here. This was the key level of support. You also have that key level of support that we were watching after the drop during the day, and then it couldn't break it, which kind of told you, hey, we're going to go back up. Well, this is all just reading this price action in the morning. It came back up, bounced off of this, and then came down and held the 200 on the 15-minute. It also, it was holding, if you're looking at the last 24 hours, you had your low through here on your last 24 hours, your volume area low. We also had the volume area low on the weekly, right through here, or not low, sorry, high. The red is a high, the blue's the low. So right here was the high of the daily last 24-hour pattern. And here's your POC that it traded right in on this area. We also know that if you went back and looked at a bigger picture here, 112,500 was the line in the sand. And you can see that this was that area that it was testing in all through here in the morning. So you can see that we did come out. This is hard to get in this move, and I won't disagree with that. When you're really having to trade this early morning behavior to take advantage of this, and right here on this breakout would have been a strong area to look at on taking price action just because of this last 24 hours. That's why we draw them out. You can see it broke it. More than likely it was going to take this area. Now, if you use the AI tool that we have built, the battle trading, Kabroda battle trading system that we have built, you can see that we got the key levels, and here's the breakdown and then the breakout trigger that it was built. It's pretty good range, and it makes sense because we were holding it through the morning. Now this could have easily came back up and tested this key area and break down. The one thing is the reason why this was so hard to get into in this price action, and you're saying, hey, you're not really helping me out here, that's because it was a news event. If you go and look at the news, which I'll pop over to that right now, you can see here in the morning we had the core PPI. Its impact is red, which means it'll affect the markets. This came in very soft, which was good for the markets, and meaning that's why the markets moved for us. So if I go back into the charts, that had come out right through here. You see the push up, and then we traded out. Just basically looking at the overall move here in the 15-minute. This was a nice pullback, held, got back above, and now we're grinding up. Now, this could give us a breakout into the evening. As of right now, the market's not asking for a strong break. So if we do get a break, it could be a strong liquidity area to suck up this last little bit in price action. And then obviously we need to hold the 112,500. That was originally a strong resistance when we were below it. Now it's going to be a strong support. So we need to make sure that area holds. The other strong area is this 113,500 range also. So if it starts to break that, it could come down and test the 112,500, and then it come back up, and then we could lose this. Those are all areas that we need to watch. You do, and you might say, hey, how are we going to know? Let's go ahead and go out to your longer time frames and see what's going on. So you do have the 4-hour, and you can see there's not that many candles in the day. Here was that big candle from today. So the 4 hours started at 7 o'clock. It closed up here in the candle closed at 12 o'clock. Basically, here's your, or 11 o'clock, sorry, and then here's your 11 to a 2 o'clock candle, and then here we are in this current candle to kind of finish up the day. We lost the 200 right here. Again, we closed, we did run up, and then we broke down, and that's kind of what we're trading right now. So this could go up and create another candle this could break out, and then the next candle could close and come back down. That's what we're watching, because we are up here on the stoaches. This could roll over and start to come back down, just like you saw here. Now, we have to be careful, because look how price action, right? This started to turn down. We had a nice little run down. It had a nice strong wick, and then it recovered very quickly and pushed up to another high. Then we lost it. So we'll have to kind of be careful in this price action here. We haven't seen this turn yet, but this is going flat. And it is rolling a little bit. So looking at the 4 hours, a bigger time frame, the 15-minute is our anchor in this right now, though, if you're going to start to look at this area. And it is showing exhaustion here. It's getting very tight here in your histogram on the MACD. It's not telling us yet what could happen in here. So for me right now, this could easily roll back in and get crushed. We did try to push back up through the afternoon. That's why I am looking at this possibly just snapping out of here real fast and then coming back through. You are in the last 25%, so this is either going to break and then come down through here, or it's going to come take the liquidity up here that was left and come down. Because remember, this is news, and a lot of times price action tries to get back into where the news originally started and then rebuild. So I am watching that. That's just forward thinking as a trader for you. So we're watching for. If you were reading the last 24 hours and you had this key levels, this would have been the area of taking an entry, was right around here. If you're reading the battle box, you would have taken it up there. That would have been the key area for you. 114,500 is kind of that target zone that this kind of could still bounce out to. That's what I'm watching myself right now as we're making this content for you here. This is an area that I would have been looking at for you for myself to take advantage of. I would have wanted this to close, though, so I would not have taken this candle right here. If I'm looking at the 15-minute, I need to see the next candle close, and that's why this is very bullish, and that's kind of why you could have taken this breakout or got in somewhere on this candle and taken advantage of it. Now, if we go into the 5-minute, that's the juice, the secret sauce, if you will. You can see that I'm drawing this out, right? So here's that 15-minute candle. You got the close already through there, and then here's the 15-minute candle. So you had 1, 2, 3, 15 minutes, and then here's the other 15 minutes, roughly. So if you were going to take advantage of that, depending on where you want to put your stop, I would have said to at least move yourself out, take it out really when it broke back down, because if it couldn't maintain this 21, like I've always talked about on the 5-minute, you'd get away from this. So this could have been a breakdown, and you would have got out right somewhere in here if this started to roll over and trade on down. So ultimately, yes, this was the key breakout area, though. And it just depends on how you want to run your stop. More conservative, you get out when it starts to roll back and lose that 21, take a small loss, or you could run this tight and then you could just take the max loss. If you were in this trade, though, as this started to run up and you lost your 21, that would have been the exit right here on the 5-minute. So that would have been a nice little move for you, 1.5 to 1. So definitely nice and healthy. That you could have taken price action. Now you can see we're grinding along, and it also came back to right here on a pullback. Obviously, you would have to take advantage of, just like we've talked about in the past, is the breakout of the 21, right? Entry somewhere in that zone would have been nice and healthy. This is the same point. This should be support now at this point, and then you could be looking for it to break out by 114,500. It's definitely on the table right now. In this breakout, I would not be surprised, like I said, if we break out this last 25% here and rip up. But I would be cautious. Anything above the 114,500 level, and I've already pointed out those reasons for us to watch out for. So that's about it, guys. We went ahead and broke down a little bit of it. If you want to take advantage of this move, it was in the news movement, so that would have been hard. This candle right here with this long wick would have helped confirm as it broke through these major support areas, major resistance areas, and turned into support, so you could take advantage of it. This pullback again, you can see the 15-minute also sat in that key area. So it all depends on how aggressive you were trading or what you were looking for, but that would have been another possible entry for your trades as well. So that is trading opportunity right here. So if some people may say, hey, well, I'm going to take this flagging pattern and then I'm going to catch the breakout of this, which is right here. This says that we could get a target all the way up to the 115,000 level. So this could go on up to that key level if we get the breakout. The hard part is, there isn't a lot of energy in the space all the way up into that 4 hour. We're getting tired. You can see that also we are already double pumped, really more or less, in the 1 hour. So this could just kind of pull back in here, burn out, and run down. Would be careful in the space. The MACD on the 1 hour has already ran up for the day, and since this still ran up, the price action, you can see seller constantly is selling in this the zone and we're rolling over, your RSI has been topped as well. So all just key information that I'm pointing out, just kind of showing you guys what is going on and areas of concern that I see. So that's for myself, what I'm looking for. Here in the 1 hour, we are double topping. If this 1 hour that we're currently in, if this candle needs to show that we're going to get above that 114,000 basically level and get a little bit of close to get a little bit of run here, we'll have to kind of watch and see. But this is where you sit back and don't get into a trade. Those opportunities had already passed. Now you're looking for strength in this key area or further pullback into this lower area for strength. So our main lines in the sand again are the 113,500 and then 112,500. Those are two strong key areas that we should see hold. If those do break, we could be coming back down. 110, I would be really, what I'd fall back on is this point of control here on the weekly, which currently is sitting at 111,150, give or take. You also have this 1 hour 200 coming up. So all right here is a strong area. If we did break those key support levels that we're sitting in, this is kind of where that zone would be that I look at falling back into. You also have this bigger line that I drew on here for the 4 hour. This also, as more price action builds along, this is the target that's kind of moving up for more and more strength. If this came on down in here, I'd expect the price action to come down and start to trade somewhere, along this and show strength back up. So that is about it, guys, and looking at price action with you. And again, continue to practice, get your eye trained, so you can do basically what I'm doing and tell somebody else how to look at charts and do this exact stuff. And when you can, then hey, you know what, I got this figured out. I can go ahead and put some money on market. Not financial advice, but that's how you protect your assets for yourself, and you can make good sound trading decisions and be happy in the environment that you're in. So all right, guys, let's go ahead and finish this up. Like and subscribe, put comments if you have any questions, and we'll go from there. Other than that, we will see you in the next recap. Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon.